Hello, everyone. Welcome to Heart Center Tarot. As always, my name is Marina, and I'm your guide for this portion of the journey. Welcome back. I hope that you've had a good week. It's Friday, so we can all look forward to the weekend, and hopefully, it will be beautiful where you are. It's calling for rain for tomorrow where I am, so we'll see what happens. If it's rain, the flowers need it. Anyway, we had such good luck on Wednesday with the angel messenger cards and the gemstone messenger cards that I thought that I would carry on with them today. And just to see where it was that the angels want to guide us and what it is that they want to impart to us, to tell us, to guide us, whatever the case may be. So, let's see what they have to say. And what shall we have? Oh, Angel of Love. Okay, I'm going to pull another one here from where it's hiding. Come on. Angel of Divine Guidance. Very good. Very good. I felt really good about this reading. I kind of thought that we might get something like that. So, Angel of Love. I am loved, and all that surround me and all that is attracted to me is love. I look within and love all aspects of myself exactly as I am. I attract love, joy, and happiness into my life, and I am comforted. Very, very nice. I look within and love all aspects of myself exactly as I am. I don't know which one of the philosophers was who said to know thyself. And that's probably one of the most profound, important things that we can do, is to know ourselves, truly know ourselves. Know the good, the bad, and the ugly of who and what you are. None of us are perfect. We all have things in our past that we wish weren't there, that we wish had gone differently, that we're not exactly proud of, that we sometimes feel shame if we have to explain it to someone else. But that's not the whole of who we are. We are all those little portions, all those little puzzle pieces of ourselves that fit together to make the whole picture. You are not the sum of one mistake. Just like you are not the sum of one success, right? When someone is very successful first time out, there's a lot of pressure there to do it again. And if they don't achieve it, then what do? We call them a one-trick pony, right? We minimize what they have done, however great that might have been, by saying, oh well, only did it once, couldn't do it again, must have been a fluke. Just the same as when we make a mistake, when we do something that goes against what we know or what society tells us is right or wrong. Are we to be judged by that one moment forever and a day, when that's not who we are? So we need to spend time with ourselves to know ourselves, so that we can better understand all the portions of who we are. And that the answer to everything that we do is love. Love, love. I am love, and all that surrounds me, and all that is attracted to me is love. I look within and love all aspects of myself exactly as I am. I'm not going to love myself more if I lose another 10 pounds. I'm not going to love myself any less if I lose 10 pounds. The world isn't going to stop and say, oh my goodness, did you hear? Have you seen? She looks fabulous. She's lost 10 pounds. Really, it doesn't matter in the grand scheme of things. And you know, when you think about your last day on earth, what do you want people to say about you? Do you want them to say that you devoted your life to your job? You were always the first one in, the last one out. Those are things, those are parts of our personality that don't make up the sum total of who we are. I would like to think that what we want to be remembered for is the kind of person we were and the kind of emotion that we brought to other people, to situations and so on. He or she was always so caring. If you ever had a problem, you could approach them, and they just had such a lovely energy around them that you felt so good being in their presence. They were always so kind. If I was having a bad day and I came across Bob or Becky, they always had such a lovely smile and such a heartfelt hello, and they were glad to see you. They just brightened up the day. Those are all things that we value a lot. And yet, can you quantify that with a dollar amount? How much is that feeling worth? How much is that smile worth? At the end of the day, does it matter? I attract love, joy, and happiness into my life, and I am comforted. Absolutely. Absolutely. Be in love. Stay in love. Share the love. And just know that whatever you put out into the universe is going to be returned to you. And, don't put it out there because you're expecting a return. That's the wrong reason to do it. But just send out love. And ground yourself. Ground yourself to Mother Earth. Breathe in what Mother Earth has. Let it come up your chakras. Like I said before, let it sit in your heart for a little while, and then send it out to the universe. Send out love. Just love and peace and joy. For me, for everyone. I think you'll find that it will bring you love and peace and joy. Okay, so the The gemstone that we have for, oh, and I didn't show you that. There you go. Angel of Love is kunzite. So let's find out a little about kunzite here. Are you searching for more love in your life? Look within yourself. Embrace the love that resides within you. Allow it to radiate all around you. Become a magnet for love, light, and well-being, and these gifts will come. Absolutely. Absolutely. Just be love and light. And remember how I said on Wednesday, that when you're protecting yourself and grounding yourself, to ask that only those things of God or the Spirit, light and love surround you, right? That's exactly what that's saying. Kunzite. Good one. Angel of Divine Guidance. Now you notice I'm doing this without the reading glasses. Yeah, I'm taking a chance. I'm being very, I'm giving into a little bit of my vanity this evening. Okay. I am aligned with the divine. I am a spiritual being of divine love and divine light. Absolutely. My spine, bones, tendons, and muscles are healthy, strong, and aligned. I have access to the ancient wisdom stored within me. Absolutely. Absolutely. That, I don't know that I need to explain that any further. I think that I've explained it with the Angel of Love. That this is basically confirmation from Spirit that yes, that's what we meant to say. I am a spiritual being of divine love and divine light. And I've often heard too, when someone will say, and I hope that I'm going to get this right, is we are not spiritual. We are not human beings having a spiritual experience. We are spiritual beings having a human experience. And that's true. That's very true. Let's see what the gemstone is. Selenite. Selenite is a great cleansing stone. If you ever want to cleanse any of your other stones, just put it by selenite. Are you striving for a deeper connection with the divine? Quiet your mind. Listen to what your angels and guides want you to know. Hear the ancient wisdom within. Align your special column. Align your spiritual columns. Care for your bones, your muscles, your nerves, and your cells. Yes, absolutely. Listen to what your angels and guides want you to know. It's really funny, but I think our angels and our guides speak to us. It's not that they're not speaking to us, it's that we don't often hear what they're saying, or we question what they're saying. Is that what I'm really getting? Or I'll give you an example. When I was much younger, much younger, my father was a great sportsman. He loved hunting, fishing, anything outdoors. He was there. And one weekend, he and a friend were preparing to go fishing the next day, the Saturday. And I was listening as they were making their plans, and Dad said, "Did you want to come with us, Marina?" And I said, "Yes. Yeah, I think I'd like to. Yeah, okay." He said, "Well, that's fine. Just go to bed early because we're going to leave at 4 o'clock in the morning so that we get out there, where we're going and we can set up and whatever. So go to bed now and I'll wake you up." I said, "Okay, yeah, that sounds like a plan." And I'm kind of, excited. I'm going to go fishing and that'll be great. And I got into bed, and all of a sudden, I just got this feeling that you don't want to go. You do not want to go. And I'm thinking, but I get to spend time with my dad, and that doesn't happen often, but, I should. You don't want to go. You don't want to go. So I thought, okay, I'm just going to let it go for a little while. Like, I'm talking myself out of it. And it's like, what? You don't want to get up at 4 o'clock in the morning? What's the problem? So anyway, I did. I let it go for a little while. I did fall asleep. And it didn't take me long to wake up. And again, it was that feeling of you don't want to go. So I got out of bed and I went to Dad and I said, "Dad, I don't think I'm going to go with you tomorrow." And he said, "Oh, why? What? Why?" I said, "I don't know. I don't know. I just have a feeling. I don't know. Maybe I'm coming down with something." And he said, "Okay, well, all right then, another time." So I went to bed, fell asleep right away, woke up the next morning, and I could hear noise in the kitchen, and I could hear my dad talking, and I thought, they should be gone by now. Like, it's light outside. What happened? So I came out. Well, what had happened was my dad and his friend had decided that they were going to stop at this little, it used to be like a little husky station that had a whole bunch of things in it. And at that time, where we were living was, like a couple streets from us, and you were in the country. We were in the city, but that was in the country. So they had decided that they were going to stop there, and they wanted to get some worms. So as they were going, they were going to turn into where the gas station and this little convenience store was. But there was a good bit of traffic coming, or something got in their way. Anyway, so they went to the far side of the road on the right-hand side, and they parked the car. It was in a well-lit area, and they ran across the street and got what they needed. As they were coming out, they could see car lights coming down the road. They were coming down fast, and it was two vehicles, and they were racing side by side. This was not a 4-lane highway. This was almost a dirt road, one going this way, one going that way. And as they came closer, they tried to stop, and one of the vehicles hit the back end of my dad's car and kind of pushed it forward, pushed it off the road a little more, so on. The back end of the car was absolutely mangled. If I had gone with them, I would have been sleeping or sitting in the back of the car. Most likely, I would have been sleeping. That would not have ended well. So that was one of the times when Spirit spoke, and luckily I listened. There are other times when Spirit speaks, and we try to tell ourselves that no, that's not what it is. I'm not receiving guidance. I'm just hearing voices in my head, and they don't make any sense. And usually that happens when what we want, the outcome that we want, we're very invested in the outcome. And so we don't want to hear any warning bells. We don't want to hear anything that might stand in the way of what it is that we want. And those are the times when we need to listen very, very carefully. And know that, as I said before, the universe always works for your highest purpose, your highest good. It may not seem like it right now, but ultimately you'll find out that it does. So, now, having said that, let's take a look at the Golden Heart Nouveau Tarot and see if there's anything else that Spirit would like to tell us, would like us to know. Okay. What is it? What is it, Spirit, that you want to share with us? Do you want to confirm? Is there more that you would like us to know? Is there more that you want me to chat about? Seems like I have a lot to chat about. Well, you would. But I suppose, I've been around the block a few times. I've been down the back alley a couple times too, but I suppose I have a lot of stories, a lot of things that I could refer to. Alrighty. Okay, Spirit. Your turn. Temperance. Temperance. All things in good time. All things in their own good time. It will happen when it's supposed to happen. Okay. Two of Cups. Lovers. Well, not the lovers. It could be the lovers. Two of Cups. Contracts. Associations. Get-togethers. Ace of Swords. The Ace of Truth. Five of Cups. Kind of feeling a loss when it's actually not a loss. I'll tell you about that in a minute. And the Queen of Swords. Absolutely. Absolutely. So let me see what I'm getting here. Okay. I said a few moments ago that, sometimes the universe will step in and you don't understand why things happen the way they do. They just do. And this card really speaks to me about that. The Five of Cups. The sort of looking at what you've lost or you've given up, not realizing that if you just look up, turn your shoulder a little bit, there's two cups there, right? So you haven't lost everything. You just have to look at things from a different angle. Right? This is usually when Spirit will step in when you've had signs that something should happen, and you're sort of putting it off and putting it off, and all of a sudden the universe just steps in and says, right, I've made up your mind for you. So no, you haven't lost everything, but you're going to need to look at the situation from another perspective, and then it will become clear. And that's very true. It's very true. And I know at least one person this is going to resonate with. Okay. Then the Two of Cups. This is when we share with someone else, when we bring someone else into our situation, when we explain to someone else what is happening in our world, and we find that they are more than willing to help. The Two of Cups. Very nice. And as much as I sometimes read on the traditional meaning of the tarot, I also read intuitively. So, today a card could mean one thing, tomorrow it's going to bring me a different message, and so on. The Queen of Swords. She's sitting in her truth. Right? She knows what she needs to do. She's willing to tackle the hard work. And she's okay with that. She has accepted herself exactly the way she is. She knows that she is just, that she's fair, and that sometimes she's going to have to make decisions that maybe some people won't like. She's okay with that. She has accepted that part of herself. So, to close this off, the Angel of Love wants you to look inward and value every part of yourself. And the Queen of Swords is an example of someone like that. Angel of divine guidance. Yes, you will be guided by the universe, sometimes as the Five of Cups, where it will step in quickly and make a decision for you that you're hesitant to make for yourself, or make a decision for you that you may not understand the impact of right now. But if you don't make that decision right now, the impact could be much worse later on. It also works in unison with you. It wants to communicate with you. It is communicating with you. You just have to listen. Just open your mind, open your heart. Open your heart and hear what it is that the universe has to say. And the Angel of Divine Guidance. Temperance. All things in good time, all things in good measure. We live in a very interesting time, folks. And I wouldn't be anywhere except where I am right now. So, with that in mind, I will wish you a good night. I hope you have a lovely weekend. And until we get together and play again, be well. Take care.